and welcome to Something Witchy, a Sabrina the Teenage Witch rewatch podcast. I am Laura Cotter.
And I'm Skye Orchard.
Hey, Skye.
Hello.
Do you have anything to talk about this week?
I cooked a chicken today for River. I was going to edit podcast audio, and instead I boiled the chicken for her.
All the chicken? A whole chicken?
Chicken carcass for stock. She gets custom stock.
Oh.
Because she's my baby. Helps her eat her dietary food.
Good cat parent. Proud of you.
Wasn't podcast productive, but River won't murder me, so I'll take it.
We got a couple uploaded that I have yet to schedule, so we're doing okay. After this, are we 5 ahead?
4, I believe.
I guess it depends on how you count, if you include the one that's releasing this week. But it's hard to think about things to talk about because I don't want to reference Christmas things when this is going to be playing in mid-January. I hope January is colder than December currently is. We've had the hottest December on record. It's going to be 60 in Salt Lake for Christmas. Yay.
I did yard work today, too. Boiled a chicken and did some yard work.
And my allergies are murdering me because every plant thinks it's spring. And so they're all flowering. And like my parents, like a bush in their front yard has flowers on it. And so I'm just like, I'm dying. This should be the chiller. Granted, I have an allergy for every season, I've discovered, so that's fun. But winter should generally be like a little bit calmer for me.
Lies.
Oh, okay. All right. It was really hard coming up with a question for this week. My first question, I came up with 2. First one, have you ever stalked anybody, Skye? I mean, are we past the statute of limitations if you have?
I mean, Indigo girls probably think I'm stalking them, but I have not stalked anyone.
I mean, I've digitally stalked people. I haven't like physically followed someone around, but I've definitely like gone into people's digital footprints, especially like as a woman dating. You have to do that a little bit.
I guess at what point does it go from investigatory to stalking?
I would say like if you take any action with that information.
Okay.
Like it's one thing to look up like the person's Facebook and then maybe you see where they work and you're like, I've never like gone, I don't care that much. I don't like go to like their works LinkedIn or anything. But like it's one thing to like have that kind of information about a person. It's another thing to like show up at their work or like email their manager. Like as long as you're just gathering the information, I think you're safe. It's when you do something with it. That's my line. Somebody else has a different line. You can let us know. Tell me if I'm a terrible human.
You think Laura is a crazy stalker. Right in.
I mean, we've all done that. We've all like reverse image searched someone. This is why I use different images on all of my platforms. You can't find my Instagram through my dating profile.
Interesting. I have never even thought of reverse image searching someone.
Oh, okay. I do have to take that back. Somebody did find my Instagram through my dating profile, and it was someone who I had not matched with. Like they had liked me, but I didn't like them in return. I rejected them.
Mm-hmm.
They somehow found my Instagram.
Oh, no.
The very limited information that they saw, and then messaged me on Instagram. And that was weird and creepy.
That is weird and creepy. I don't like that.
My backup question was, did you ever have one of these assignments in school where you had to like pretend to be married or pretend to have, you do the egg or the flower baby or the robotic baby? Do you have to do any of those?
No. The craziest I ever got was 7th grade biology. We had to like roll dice for genetic traits and then draw a picture of our child between the two of us.
That sounds fun and I want to do that. Can we do social media material?
Roll genetic traits.
Gotta write that in the marketing Discord. Hold on a second. Pause. I real hope in 5 weeks I remember what this note is about.
See what you put here. Skye/Laura, genetic baby. I hope you remember that too.
I'm not going to, but it's okay.
The story just says that right there. Skye/Laura, genetic baby.
Is that the title of the episode? I don't think I even did that. The only thing I remember doing, it was in 8th grade health. It was in 8th grade health. And we had to do a budget exercise where we had to like budget expenses as if we had a child. And that was the class where I was like, I'm never having a kid. So Utah's abstinence only education worked on me. And then I took a infectious disease course in college, and that just sealed the deal. Between the STI unit and then the childhood diseases unit, I was like, we're good. Every childhood disease is passed through the oral fecal route, and it's all disgusting. Yeah, it's gross. So gross. Kids are disgusting. I love my niece. She's the best. She's precious. She would never, but she's also gross.
little petri dishes.
I've gotten sick from her so many times. Season 3, episode 3. Still not used to saying season 3 yet. It'll come. Should we place bets on when it's going to happen? I'm going to say episode 6.
I'm going to say episode 10.
This is season 3, episode 3, Suspicious Minds. TV guide description. For a class project, students are paired up as married couples. Harvey is partnered with Libby, making Sabrina jealous, and when she decides to have Roland, now a private detective, spy on them, he plots to break up Harvey and Sabrina. Our streaming description. Jealousy gets the best of Sabrina when Harvey and Libby are paired together for a school project. Did you verify that for Paramount?
I did.
Okay. I think they're all the same. I don't think we've ever had them be different. This originally aired October 9th, 1998. Every single person I'm about to read to you right now is returner. Linda Day, returning as director. Daniel Berenson, the writer from Sabrina Goes to Rome, returns as a writer. And then we also had a story credit. So we have a story by Barney Cohen and Catherine Wallach, who were also writers for the Sabrina first TV movie, and then season 2, episode 13, Little Big Craft. Guest stars, Phil Fondacaro returning as Roland, Curtis Anderson returning as Gordie, and Billy West as the Bogart narrator voice. He is a returner because he was Newt in season 1, episode 11, A Girl and Her Cat.
Oh, welcome back, Newt.
This was a cheap episode because it's all returning people, very small guest cast. No Valerie.
Oh, yeah.
No Miss Quick.
I didn't even notice Valerie's missing.
I feel like Valerie could have added something to this, which is wild to hear
I know.
me say.
I was like, wait 1 second. Take your temperature.
Like, if we could have had, like, the Harvey Libby and then the dysfunctional Sabrina Gordie, and then maybe, like, a cute but awkward Valerie and some boy, and Valerie's just trying to tell Sabrina about how well hers is going, and Sabrina does what she does to Emma and is just like, not now. Valerie maybe could have added to the storyline. I don't know. And especially if we could have had Sabrina being crazy with Valerie being rational. I think that would have been a fun difference. All right. What are your overall thoughts?
My subtitles came back. Very, very happy.
Or did you learn German/Portuguese?
Well, that was the plot twist I was going to reveal later on when I just started speaking fluently, but way to ruin it. I guess I can't do that now.
You'll never do it.
Opportunity's gone. But yeah, I had my subtitles. I feel like we've returned to the very, very quick scenes in this episode. Got a montage. It was fun. I don't think I like this whole route we're heading down with Zelda and Hilda at all.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
No. And we got Roland on top of everything.
Oh, I know.
Cherry on top. But I think of all the Roland episodes I've seen so far, this is the most tolerable. Like, I would watch this one over the other 2 we've had so far. And we get him for 1 more episode, right?
Yeah. I know the first one, Roland is really rough in the first one, but Harvey's so good in the first one. It's hard. It's a toss-up for me. Yeah, I just love Harvey in that first one and how much he just, like, will not rise to Roland's bait in that one. It's just like, who are you? Why are you trying to insult me?
Farm boy.
Yeah. I mean, it's an episode. It's not my favorite. It's okay. Now, I just want to know what Sabrina thought was going to happen. Roland has kidnapped her twice. Why does she think he is in any way, shape, or form trustworthy?
Great question, but he's growing, I guess. He didn't commit a crime this time.
This is true.
It's the little things.
I'm glad you found a sliver of positivity in this. I'm trying to remember what the last Roland episode is real quick.
I think it was in this season as well.
It is. The last Roland episode is going to be your favorite.
Okay.
It's the one with the Salem Heavy storyline.
Okay. Just watch. I'm going to despise it.
I would be shocked, but I've been wrong about things before. So we'll find out. Okay. Our cold open. Mr. Kraft and Zelda are saying goodbye on the porch after their date.
They went and saw Lord of the Dance, so Zelda's already gained better dates than Hilda in the stockyards. And we learn that Mr. Kraft tends to kiss and accidentally bump people in the eye with his nose.
You would really have to try. Like, how?
Like, enough for Zelda to, like, cover her eye as well.
And he doesn't have, like, an exceptionally large nose. So that's, I guess it's, like, because he's maybe a little... Are they the same height?
I think they're the same height.
Because I could understand maybe if he was a little bit taller and he was like bending down and he didn't bend down far enough, like maybe that would make sense. But if you're like same height, that's, I don't know. Honestly, maybe a little bit impressive. I don't know how he does that. Hilda and Sabrina are spying on them. Hilda rushes away from the window when Zelda comes back in, but Zelda catches Sabrina looking out. Sabrina gives an excuse about using the drapes for the Von Trapp children, but Zelda zaps in a lie detector that says she's lying. Our outfit intro is a waitress, and she says, "I'm really an actress. You want fries with that?" Mr. Kraft is substituting for a class and tells them their assignment is to split into couples to better understand adulthood and marriage.
For some reason, there's nothing here about the corresponding pain, torture, and humiliation. Everything is so PC these days.
Oh, Mr. Kraft.
Which reminds me of my sticky note.
Oh,
which
yeah.
says, Kraft, ex-wife, has one.
Yep. Harvey and Sabrina quietly decide to pair up, but Libby catches this and volunteers to help Mr. Kraft divide up the couples. Which I feel like we haven't had Libby trying to get with Harvey in a minute. Like, for a while, Libby backed off.
Yeah, I don't know what changed.
Honestly, it almost feels like Libby's more interested in Sabrina than she is Harvey. Like, I feel like she's doing this to get at Sabrina rather than she is trying to get with Harvey. I don't know if Libby actually likes Harvey. Because when they talk, she's not interested in anything he has to say.
He's just eye candy.
Yeah. Harvey apologizes to Sabrina after class for getting paired up with Libby. Sabrina says she doesn't mind, but tries to suggest he spends his afternoons preparing for SATs so he won't have as much time to spend with Libby. I mean, probably a good idea for Harvey to do that anyway. Harvey kisses her on the cheek and leaves. Libby approaches Sabrina and tells her to speak through her if she wants to say something to Harvey. Then Gordie appears around the corner saying, "Hi, honey, I'm home," to Sabrina. There is a poster in the background of two dancers and it says, "Reach for the stars." Hilda is grilling Zelda on what she talks about with Mr. Kraft, but Zelda won't say. Sabrina storms in and tells him what happened with Libby, and Zelda tells her to trust Harvey.
"What's the matter with you? Somebody get their chocolate in your peanut butter?" Salem asks as she storms in.
And that is an old ad campaign from Reese's in the late 70s, early 80s.
I was like, how is this a joke? Why is the audience laughing? So I'm glad to have context.
I was born in 86, and I think this ad campaign happened before then. So I don't know how I know this ad campaign, but the minute I saw that, I was like, oh, that's Reese's.
Peanut butter.
Chocolate. You got peanut butter on my chocolate.
Well, you got chocolate in my peanut butter.
Bravissimo.
Two great tastes that taste great together. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Real milk chocolate. Good old-fashioned peanut butter.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
In Sabrina's bedroom, Salem calls Sabrina naive and tells a story about how Marie Curie cheated on him with Pierre. She kept saying, "Don't you trust me?" And he hired an other realm detective to follow her. But Sabrina trusts Harvey and calls him at home to prove Salem that she knows him. But when Sabrina calls, she hears that Libby is there and brought him cookies. Libby hangs up on Sabrina and she asks Salem for the detective's number. Sabrina arrives at the detective's office. When she walks in, it turns into a film noir scene, complete with narrator.
Trouble clung to her like cotton sheet on a wet dog.
Wet dog is not my favorite smell. When the detective turns around, it's revealed to be Roland. He first tells her it'll be $100 a day plus expenses, but then negotiates down to 1 hour of surveillance for 1 minute of handholding. Sabrina still declines.
"I'll call you if I ever stop screaming."
Harvey apologizes to Sabrina at school for the phone call and kisses her cheek, but then they come up to Libby, who has organized Harvey's locker, and says she's looking forward to having lunch together. Harvey thanks Sabrina for being so understanding, but walks off without giving her a kiss. So Sabrina goes to the payphones and calls Roland, who immediately zaps in behind her. But first, she has to hold his hand.
About 5 seconds into that hand holding is when he finally starts 1 hippopotamus, 2 hippopotamus.
Very slow hippopotamuses. Do you do hippopotamus or do you do Mississippi's?
I do 1,000.
Yeah, I think I usually do 1,000s actually, now that you say it. I used to do Mississippi's when I was younger.
Too many isses and ippies.
Zelda is on the phone with Mr. Kraft and laughing. Hilda overhears and zaps another handset, but Zelda sees this and blows an airphone into the line. That was that scene. Sabrina watches Libby and Harvey at lunch as Roland approaches them, pretending to be a foreign exchange student, though Harvey recognizes him immediately as Sabrina's cousin.
Guess again, farm boy. My name is Bjorn.
Sabrina struggles to overhear while Gordie tries to work with her to complete their assignment.
The assignment that Mr. Kraft has clearly altered is wives prepare a special treat for your husbands and try not to bring it up resentfully years later during an argument.
How long into their marriage do you think Mr. Kraft's wife finally filed for divorce?
Unfortunately, she probably stayed for years, given the context clue of this assignment.
I think you're right. I think it was one of those ones where it's like, what do you mean you're leaving me? We've been married for 20 years. Harvey repeatedly denies that Libby is his girlfriend. Roland leaves, frustrated, and grabs Sabrina. He tells her that she and Harvey are history, but offers to get more details in exchange for another hand-holding. Sabrina looks unsure, so Roland zaps Harvey, causing him to kiss Libby on the cheek. Sabrina is enraged and confronts Harvey, who says, "Don't you trust me?" This makes Sabrina even angrier, and she tells Roland to go all out. Zelda is making plans for a date with Mr. Kraft while Hilda stands in a soundproof box. When Hilda gets out, she asks Zelda for details, but Zelda still refuses to say anything and goes upstairs. Salem then offers to give Hilda information in exchange for tuna. I feel like Zelda would be smart enough to recognize that Salem was still in the room.
Yeah.
Harvey approaches an angry Sabrina in the hallway. They argue, and Harvey ends up leaving her very confused. Sabrina finds Roland in her locker and tells him to follow Harvey. We get our first season 3 montage while Suspicious Minds by the Everly Brothers plays.
At least for Paramount Plus, I saw the lyrics, thanks to my subtitles being back, but had no actual song.
Ooh, I got the actual song.
Ooh, where were you watching?
Hulu.
Oh.
None of this makes sense.
No, it does not.
Why would I get it? No. Okay. Here's our montage. So it's Roland taking pictures where Libby chokes on gum and Harvey performs the Heimlich, making it look like they're embracing. Gordie tries to show Sabrina something, but Sabrina is just writing Harvey's name over and over on her notebook. Sabrina watches Harvey and Libby joke around and slams her locker on a flower Gordie tries to give her. Gordie watches Sabrina sadly as she angrily watches Libby and friends do a cheer routine in the cafeteria, and Libby tickles Harvey with her pom-poms. This shot includes Roland dressed as a cheerleader, which I think is the one time that Roland's brought a smile to my face. I love those pigtails. Roland trips Libby with a mop while pretending to be a janitor, and Harvey catches her, which Roland photographs. Roland gives all the photographs to Sabrina.
I never knew betrayal came wallet-sized.
Sabrina stomps off angrily and confronts Harvey, who has no idea what she's talking about. Harvey gets upset. He thought Sabrina trusted him. He leaves because he has to meet Libby for their, quote, anniversary.
Well, if you're really supposed to be her husband, shouldn't you forget your anniversary?
Sabrina yells at Harvey's mom on the phone for not knowing where Harvey is. Roland appears and tells her he found out they're going to the Knoll, a big makeout spot. Sabrina immediately leaves, finding Gordie on her way out. She tells him to take her to the Knoll, and Gordie excitedly agrees.
And when Sabrina answers the door to Gordie, Roland suddenly becomes a very lumpy lamp as his costume disguise.
Like, all it is just a lamp on his head, a lampshade on his head. And Gordie likes the lamp. He thinks it's pretty cool. I wonder if Gordie and Valerie would be good together. They're both kind of awkward, both kind of neurotic. I don't know. Trying to think of any way to make me like Valerie more. I do like Gordie. Hilda is sitting at the kitchen table reading a magazine while Zelda gets ready to leave for her date. Hilda claims not to care, but Salem calls her out on it, so Hilda zaps him into a pair of slippers.
Unless it's one who sits around in a bathrobe and fuzzy slippers talking to her cat, is Salem's call out.
Which is in response to saying there's nothing more pathetic than somebody who cares about her sister's date or something like that. I don't know. Zelda leaves and Hilda jumps up, removing her robe to reveal she's dressed and going to tail Zelda.
Salem says, "Change me back. No amount of tuna is worth this olfactory nightmare. P.U. A little fun fact about P.U. It has been suggested that it comes from the Indo-European word pew, meaning to rot or decay, or the Latin verb putere, meaning to stink. And I just butchered that Latin, but y'all can imagine it as Latin.
Never really thought about that. I thought it was more like an onomatopoeia type thing rather than like an actual word.
Yeah, it's more onomatopoeia, but with actual historical roots.
Okay.
It's both. Fancy.
We don't use that enough, by the way, in daily conversation. We should use it more. PU. I don't know when the last time was that I said that for something smelly.
I feel like it's a very children do it.
Oh, I know I've definitely said pew when I've smelled Miriam's stinky diapers. But I mostly just say stinky or you stink. Libby and a blindfolded Harvey arrive at the Knoll. When she takes off his blindfold, he is confused. He thought they were going bowling.
Oh, Harvey, so many rough edges to grind.
See, she doesn't even like Harvey. She wants him to be something different. Libby offers him a chocolate-covered strawberry, and he shoves it in his mouth while looking very uncomfortable. I don't know if they had the green stem on them or not. I think they might have, and he just shoved the whole thing in his mouth.
Fiber.
Sabrina and Gordie also arrive, and Sabrina looks around for Libby's mom's car. I believe Libby would have her own car. There's no way Libby's driving her mom's car.
That's a good point.
Mr. Kraft and Zelda also arrive at the Knoll to stargaze. Hilda watches them with Salem from behind a rock.
Don't make me watch. I'll have to scratch out my own eyes, says Salem. It'll be fun. Come on, like a horror film, only gorier, Hilda lets him know.
Hilda knows it's going to be terrible, and yet she still insists on torturing herself and Salem. Hilda zaps them some popcorn and then zaps them into the back seat of the car. Mr. Kraft turns on the radio and starts singing.
He starts singing Wives and Lovers by Jack Jones.
It's worse now that I know the title of that song. Gordie confronts Sabrina about how she hasn't been paying attention to him at all during their assignment.
Sabrina, I think we have a serious problem. Our marriage is on the rocks. I just keep giving and giving and giving.
But Gordie is interrupted by Roland dressed like a cop. He tells Sabrina to step out of the car so she can go spy on Harvey and Libby. Mr. Kraft and Zelda are talking about what different stars are made of, while Hilda and Salem are bored in the back seat.
Let's go. I've never been so bored in my entire life, and I stare off into space 18 hours a day, says Salem.
Sabrina sneaks up to Libby's car.
So you pop in, take a quick look-see, dump Harvey, cry on my shoulder, and we live happily ever after. Plus, I have some long-term plans, Roland lets her know.
Oh, Roland. She can't believe they're really here, but she can't bring herself to look inside, so Roland zaps them into the back seat. Mr. Kraft and Zelda are naming Jupiter's moons, while Hilda falls asleep and starts snoring. Libby keeps getting closer to Harvey while he tries to scoot away. She goes in for a kiss, and Roland tries to zap them from the back seat, but Sabrina stops him. Harvey pushes Libby away and tells her that he's not going to cheat on Sabrina. He also says he can't understand why he kissed her in the cafeteria, and Sabrina looks at Roland angrily. Just then, Gordie knocks on the rear window and yells at Sabrina that he wants a divorce. I love Gordie so much in this episode. He did such a good job. Harvey spots Sabrina in the back seat and is upset that she didn't trust him. Harvey gets out of the car with Sabrina chasing after, leaving Libby and Roland alone. Roland starts to smile at Libby, but she screams and he rushes out too.
Good job, Libby.
I know it's also gross, but I kind of like that Roland was like, well, here's another teenage girl. I love that it was Libby because Libby has the absolute best response. Zelda hears Hilda snoring in the back seat and gets out of the car, storming off.
I've never been so mad at you in my entire life, Zelda proclaims. That's not true. Remember when we were kids and I broke your collarbone? Hilda says, chasing after.
Hilda chases after her while Mr. Kraft enjoys them fighting over him. And in an episode with Roland, it is truly impressive that Mr. Kraft ends up with the creepiest line. Everyone is running through the trees, chasing after each other. Zelda, Hilda, Sabrina, and Roland all stop and come back to stare at each other. The scene flips to Zelda lecturing Sabrina, Roland, and Hilda about their actions and their jealousy.
Once again, I am the only mature, responsible one in the entire group. That must make you all incredibly jealous.
Roland tries to collect the last of his fee and leave, but Sabrina refuses to pay him, so Zelda offers to pay instead. Zelda holds Roland's hand and then sends him through the linen closet. But then Roland also tries to get with Zelda. Roland needs some therapy. He needs to learn to be okay with him and himself on his own and value himself and not just try to take any woman that will look at him twice.
Agreed.
Oh, in a world of scam bots on the internet, Roland would absolutely be one of those men on Twitter that's just replying to the clearly AI girls. Hey, you want to message me? Yes, he would. Gordie and Sabrina are presenting on the failure of their marriage. Mr. Kraft applauds and gives them an A.
Oh, the memories. You know, it is so great to see a young couple on the right track.
Sabrina apologizes for how she acted, but Gordie is thrilled that they're the only ones that passed. Sabrina tries to talk to Harvey in the hall, but he's disappointed in her. Sabrina tries to rationalize what she did, but Harvey just wants her to trust him.
You know, my behavior kind of shows how much I care about you in some weird, twisted, demented stalker kind of way.
Harvey opens up his locker and finds a heater valve from Sabrina, which I left it out of all my other show notes, but this was a recurring theme throughout this episode. It's not random. It's talked about in the episode. Harvey is touched and kisses Sabrina on the cheek, then kisses her again. Our end tag. Harvey and Sabrina are at the Knoll in Gordie's car, possibly Gordie's dad's car. I don't think that was clear. Talking about the assignment. Harvey realized how hard relationships can be, but Sabrina assumes that it gets easier as you get older. We cut to Hilda holding onto the back of Mr. Kraft's car as he drives with Zelda in the front seat. I think relationships get easier if you're not Hilda. Any last thoughts, Skye, before we go to our Skye section of the episode?
It was an episode. It was a very quick episode, which, isn't terrible because Roland.
Yeah. All right. What's your new title for this episode?
Well, I'm going to call this episode P.U.
Okay. We also have not discussed the family secret at all. But what is your guess for the family secret?
Oh, there's so much clues that were given to me.
So many clues.
In episode 2, I established prone to ear problems.
Yeah.
I'm also going to say they're prone to psychosis. And so really this family secret is just how crazy is this family actually.
Is that really a secret though?
But it could be like an extreme level. Like, here's your genetic disease. Congratulations.
And it's not cured once you get your witch's license either.
You just get crazier and crazier, which once again just continues to play into our Sabrina's crazy new theory.
Being half a witch, she should be half as crazy.
You would think, but maybe it's the opposite.
It doubles?
It's that mortal witch intermingling. This sounds terrible. Of the blood.
The mortal genes are an amplifier.
Yes.
Well, our next episode is season 3, episode 4, the pom-pom incident. Skye, what do you think it's going to be about?
We're going to bring pom-poms to life. They're going to be like little pom-pom creatures running around, essentially like Star Trek tribbles, but the Sabrina equivalent. And people are going to get like covered in these pom-poms and they won't let go of them. So they're just these people walking around looking like the Michelin Man because there's so many pom-poms all over them and it's an incident.
Okay. I will say that we do get our first clue to the family secret.
Oh.
It is maybe the least helpful of the clues.
Great.
So there's that. We do have a guest star. His character is not amazing. This guest star, I love this guest star, and I'm going to be very excited to watch him. Anyway, so join us next week to see if Skye is right in their triple pom-poms. See if Skye can guess the family secret with one unhelpful clue. In the meantime, please like, share, rate, and subscribe to this podcast. You can email us at somethingwitchypod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at somethingwitchypod and TikTok at something.witchy.pod. Until next time,
stay meowgical.